So, I have a question. I'm Jerry, first of all. And so, I wonder if you are having trouble creating, manifesting what you want. And maybe you think that you need to do something to nail something that's missing in you, to change your thinking. Maybe you're caught in a loop, trying to kind of search for what's wrong with you. Now, if you're not, brilliant, but if you are, this is a message for you, because literally I was stuck in that loop all of my life, and I think it made it worse when I realized that I'm an empath, I'm a sensitive soul, maybe you are, and rather than seeing those things as gifts, I felt like they were damaging me and making life really hard. So this happens because we don't realize that actually we've got superpowers, to be able to feel others' emotions. Unfortunately, sometimes we sponge them up and we kind of we gobble up other people's negativity. Maybe people that are around us that aren't aware of or dealing with their emotions. And we learned as children that this was our job. We had to eat up those negative emotions. Like, jokingly, I even renamed myself Mary Jerry when I was a kid, But anyway, I don't want to go off on a tangent. The thing is that we have superpowers, and we also have dreams. What's your dream? I'd love you to actually message me, or maybe comment below. Tell me what is it you'd love? What would you love to create? Because when we identify what we'd love, what we want, maybe it's a life of purpose, maybe it's a money goal, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's health. Whatever it is that you would love to manifest, to create, once that's identified, it's gonna bring up tension. Now, we're not taught about this in school. We're not taught that tension is actually really good. Normally, when we have an idea of something we love, something we want to create, it's natural that doubts and negative beliefs about ourselves, worries, etc. will arise. And when that happens, and I'm going to run a longer training to kind of go into this, and also to guide you out the other side into magic land, into your magic, into reconnecting with your magic and bliss. But I just want to talk about this for a moment here on this live. So all of this stuff comes up, and actually what that is actually really positive. Well, positive, no positive, no negative, but what it is creative tension, and it's natural, and it will, and it always will come up when you see what you'd love, your clarity, you've got clarity in what you'd love, and then you look at where you are now in relation to that, and this is so powerful. Love the law of attraction, but this is not taught in the law of attraction. It's not taught in a lot of new agey and spiritual modalities. We're not taught to see, to be flippin' real about where we are. And this is where, I went pear-shaped for most of my life. I was Mrs. Positive. I thought, if I stay positive, if I pretend everything's all right and, you know, all of that malarkey, then I'll create what I love. And it didn't flip and happen. When we're real about where we are, as yucky as it sometimes is, what we're doing is we're allowing that creative tension to be, and it's rich and it's juicy. And I'll explain all about creating and the 7 steps to creating what you love, and what creative tension is, and what to do when psychological tension comes up as well. I'll be explaining all of that in a longer training, which you've got free access to. I'll post the link here. But what happens very often is that actually these doubts come up, sometimes when we're far away from manifesting what we love, sometimes when we're really close to creating what we love, and sometimes when we've created it and it actually can like take us out of the picture, take us into a really negative place of not continuing to stay in that place, holding the creative tension. We've seen what we love, we've seen where we are, we're like, okay, cool. So we don't keep creating and going for it. Or sometimes we create what we love and then we blow it because we're not used to the feeling of having it. The ego doesn't like us to go for our dreams or to even manifest it because it's uncomfortable. It's the unknown. It doesn't want that. It doesn't love it. You might die. That's what the ego is thinking. But if you stay in your comfort zone, the ego is happy because its only job is to keep you alive. It's not to flip and encourage you to create what you love and to go for your dreams and everything. So I hope that's kind of making sense. But what can happen is that we can get caught in this loop of working on ourselves. And like literally, I used to use this as a badge of how good am I? How great am I? You know, like I've done a lot of work on myself. I'm working on myself. But that used to keep me from creating. And like as soon as I saw that, as soon as I could see this pattern and this habit, and that I actually feel I really dislike tension. And even when I create my dreams, I blow them, and I be in this oscillating pattern of, you know, not having my dreams and having my dreams and blowing it, and this pattern of to and fro, and it was exhausting. It's exhausting. It's exhausting even to think about it. And because I had this pattern playing out, yeah. So here's the thing: creative tension is powerful. It's amazing. It's creative tension. It's everywhere in nature. It's in the spider's web. You know, it's in the river that starts as a stream, develops into a river, flows along the riverbed. You know, the structure of the river is the riverbed, flows along the riverbed into the sea. The structure of the river is the riverbed, so that's where it flows. But when we're in a structure of looking to see where we need to change and fix ourselves and adjust our thinking and eat the right things and all of that, we're in a structure that's going to keep us oscillating, yeah, or not creating what we love. And this is rife. You know, it's rife in society, it's rife in the world of personal development. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to actually share a link to a training that I'm running in a few days. It's a free training. And not only will I be explaining more about this, but I'm also going to actually show you what to do. Because obviously, you know, if you've got a vision, if you've got a goal, if you've got a dream, then there has to be some reason why it's not manifesting. And that's the resist dance, I call it. The dance of resist, the resist dance. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be teaching you how to connect with the superconscious, your superconscious abilities, and I'm going to be explaining what the superconscious is. but so that you can actually release any resistance, release anything that's in the way of you creating what you love. And I'm so excited about this because this is revolutionary. You know, no one else is teaching this in this way. Because here's the thing, you know, you're an amazing being, you know, whether you're an introvert, an extrovert, an empath, a sensitive, a HSP, you have incredible gifts and they're lying dormant at the moment. So I'm going to teach you about those. I'm going to show you how you can awaken to all of your power, all of your divinity, because you are a divine, magnificent being. And one more thing. I want you to take a moment to think about the answer to this question. What's the dream that I'm scared? No, what's the dream that I think I can't manifest? What's the dream that, you know, well, what is it I love, but I know it's not possible. Write it down. Write it down. This is a juicy question. And so many of my clients wrote that down. They wrote it down in the positive. For instance, one of my clients wrote down, I'm watching a play that I wrote and produced being performed on stage. And literally within a few weeks, weeks, maybe a couple of months, but a few weeks, they sent me a message and they said, you're not going to believe what I did last night. I watched my play being performed on a stage in front of me. So it's a powerful question, you know, and the thing is that we're never given a dream or a desire without the ability to create it. But our ego doesn't want us to. We have the resist dance going on. So I'm inviting you to do a different dance, the dance of creation. Don't worry, I don't have to dance on this free training. But it's interactive. You're going to actually have the opportunity to clear resistance to creating. You're going to have the opportunity to clearing resistance to something that you wanted to create, but that has just not been happening. Okay, so it's a deep dive. It's going to be so much fun. It's interactive. As I said, you're going to be able to actually, I'm going to be sharing the magical mind, the miracle mind process, which is a way of connecting with your superconscious so that you create what you love, you release the resistance, and then you can get clarity on the next steps to creating what you love. So I'm really excited about it. I love this magic. Like, I've been doing this work for about 20 years and just improving. A lot of failing on my part, but I think we have to create a new word for failing, you know? Maybe it could be fearing forward. That's 2 words, I know. But fearing forward, moving always towards creating what we love. And I want you to create what you love. I love you so much, and I'll put the link so that you can register for this free training. It's going to happen in a few days, and I'll see you there. Okay, aloha, have an amazing week, and I love you so much. Bye now.